Okay, so next I wanted to ask you about this, man, because Funny Mike, he's gonna be all right, man. He's huge on YouTube, huge out there. But I want to ask you more about this thing that you guys got going on recently, man. So what's up with this documentary that you guys got called Kill Switch?
Oh yeah, me and Nitty TV just put out the Kill Switch documentary. It's about Baton Rouge, about the violence in Baton Rouge. It ain't we not saying the violence is good. We're saying it's up. Trying to see how we can stop this. But yeah, it's just a violent up city, and ain't really no hope for that. We was trying to shed some light, but that ain't gonna work. You know what I'm saying? So Baton Rouge is gonna be fella up.
I haven't seen it yet, but is it already out?
Yeah, it's out. Go on. You can go look at it on Nitty TV page or Unkle Bang page. It's on both our pages. Check that out.
Okay, man. So hopefully everybody checks that out. So you're saying it paints a picture of the violence in a tone where you want to solve the violence or whatever, right? It's not glamorizing it. It's kind of just, we're trying to find a solution.
We're not glamorizing it at all. We just saying, it's up. You know what I'm saying? Something got to change. But ain't nothing gonna change. But, we feel like something got to change. Ain't nothing gonna change. Yeah.
Yeah, because you kind of see the same thing in Chicago as well, man.
In Chicago, it's just like Baton Rouge. They both that rat, dude. They both up.
Yeah, it goes crazy there, man. Because recently you had a rapper, Money Duke, and another rapper, Youngin from the Jets, who, for all intents and purposes, a lot of the old block stuff had been pretty quiet. And then it seemed like that cycle got reignited, or that flame got reignited recently, man. Do you keep up with any of that stuff like Chicago?
I like the King Vons, but I don't keep up with none of that though. I like the King Von though. I like his music. I ain't know nothing about him. I like his music. I don't know nothing dude. I talked to what dude name what? Boss Top. I talked to him before. I don't really know them dude.
Okay, that makes sense, man. A lot of us who get on social media and watch a lot of the videos, YouTube and things like that. It's hard to ignore what goes on in those hotbed cities as far as social media is concerned. You know what I mean? Baton Rouge, Atlanta, LA, Chicago, New York. It's always in your face. It's always a new video, always a new documentary. So you're contributing your own documentary with Kill Switch and trying to put a lesson on there, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. But I think we did all that in vain because it ain't gonna do nothing. It's gonna be up still. It's still gonna be a up still. The killing gonna still go on. So we did that in vain. We just wasted our money. Real.
Now, did you ever have any aspirations of shooting anything else, like any other?
Yeah, I got a movie coming, and I got 2 movie roles. I'm finna start doing movies. I don't want to keep doing the social media. I don't like YouTube. YouTube, to me, I remember I used to look at YouTubers and people that do what I do now. Man, nigga, I would never do that. I was telling my girl last night. I'm like, man, I used to look at what I do and man, this bitch on YouTube doing all this. I'm doing this same stuff, but it's paying. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't do this for free. I'm getting paid. I'm feeding my kids and off this. But I always said I never would be no YouTuber. But I'm finna make my way off of YouTube. That's why I'm rapping now, and I'm finna start doing the movies. Y'all ain't finna see me on YouTube too much longer. I just had to trick YouTube to get myself, you know what I'm saying, where I needed to be. You hear me?
Yeah, it sounds like you was working your way back into the algorithm. You know what I mean?
I ain't planning on rapping. I ain't even want to do that. That just came back. I ain't planning on the rap. I shit
now
everybody kept bucking me up the rap.
Now, even after the success of your last couple of songs, you're not enthusiastic about keeping up with rap.
I'm still gonna do it for the money, but I don't like it. I don't like going to no studio recording no music and misleading no children and And all children watching this, if you listen to any of my music, anything you hear me talking about, that shit I did in the past, I ain't living like that no more. I'm still, I'm still a man. I still get on your ass, but anything you hear me talking about, that's past tense. You know what I'm saying? Don't go to try to be superhero because you heard me say, because I'm just for entertainment purposes only. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to mislead no sharing my music because I talk about a lot of, shoot 'em up, bang, bang. That's the old me, you heard me? So don't go listen to me. Bang be doing it. Nah, Bang don't be doing it no more. Only time Bang on bus, you come in and play with my chain, you heard me? Or play with me. So the old Bang, yeah, I was slanging at everything, you heard me? I was hitting everything picked their head up, I was hitting at them, you heard me? Ain't like that no more. So children, don't go listen to me and try to be hard because you heard me say something. I ain't trying to mislead the youth. So don't listen to my music and try to take it as, I want to be like that. I want to do that shit he said. Don't do that. This entertainment purposes only. Just like when you see a movie and like in the movies, they characters, it's not really going on. Like half of these rappers, they like, see, I'm rapping about shit that I really used to do. You know what I'm saying? These nowadays, they rapping about they done created a fairy tale in their mind. And now they got youngsters believing them. They going up shooting the whole block up because they didn't listen to this line talking about he used to do it. He never did it. But you done influence the youngster to go really do it. You see what I'm saying? That's why I don't want no youngsters going to listen to my music and feel no type of way go shoot nobody. Don't do nothing bad off my music, you heard me? Just listen as entertainment, you heard me?
Yeah, that's been a complaint for a long time, but art is art. And whatever you make up, just as long as you put it out there and let people know that it's not real, I don't think it's an issue. You know what I mean?
Right. But yeah, I'm finna go into movies. And music. Like, depending on,
Unkle Bang, you've been in the trenches and in the booth. Do you think that what's going on with you as far as being one foot in the rap game and no longer being in the trenches could turn violent, or is it just rap?
Well, I don't care what you just like. It's gonna turn out how it turned out. I don't care how nothing turned out. You know what I'm saying? I'm standing on everything you see me saying on the camera. I'm standing on that shit. They gonna tell you in real life, I'm standing on that shit, dude. Anything Baton Rouge gonna tell you, I'm standing on anything I say, dude. How it turned out, dude. We ain't hearing about the turnout, dude. We trying to get paid, but if it turn out, we're trying to get paid, but if in the midst you get sprayed, this how it's gonna turn out, dude. Guys, it is what it is. We all in. You ain't gonna never see me get on this to eat no words. That's one thing that will happen. I ain't gonna never get on the eat no words.
Now, there's always talk about who's really outside versus who's just rapping. Do you think either side is playing a dangerous game right now?
Yeah, everybody involved in this playing a dangerous game. You just know what you signed up for. Also, I don't want to hear all that, man. They killed my brothers. You shouldn't have been on the camera talking about you were going to kill his brother. Bitch, you got your brother killed. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want to jump on the internet and act like this shit is a different part of the game. This shit part of the game, too. You can get on here and say the wrong thing about somebody and they take it and want to come to your house and do you something. So, you gotta be ready for that at all times. I'm ready for that. I'm telling you, I'm looking at the camera right now and tell you, I'm ready to die today for anything come out my mouth. I'm ready to die today. I'm standing on everything I say.
Now that's a lot of people, man. They say that, but I don't know. Like, I feel you, and I believe every word that you're saying. You know what I mean? But do you think that with that comes, the high ability for something bad to happen?
Would you say does it have a chance of something bad happen and come with that?
Yeah, like energy. As far as like, does that bring on negative
bad
energy?
But as long as you got, I don't know how I could word this. As long as you right, you know what I'm saying? As long as you right, don't matter. As long as you ready for it, you know what I'm saying? How they say, if you're ready, you ain't got to get ready, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, that's facts. That's facts. Now, I want to ask you this. How much do you think that a lot of these rap beefs are influenced by bloggers, YouTubers, and online fans instigate?
Oh, a lot of it, cause like the whole thing, slide for Vaughn. I don't think Durk was even gonna with that to the kill. Slide for Vaughn, slide for Vaughn. I think Durk wasn't even gonna slide for Vaughn. I think just made him do it. You hear me? That's like going back to the thing. If we get on the internet right now and go get the hollering, slide for Hoover, man. Out of here, you heard me? Right or wrong. He out of here. About that shit. I ain't telling nobody to go say that shit. Don't slide for Hoover, you heard me? Cause ain't nobody hurt Larry Hoover, you heard me? I don't want nobody to say, Unkle Bang got smashed. No, I didn't. I'm just saying, if somebody was to say that, they're gonna go do it. You know what I'm saying? Say, bro, let me show you something about the internet. The worst thing to these youngsters, these 2000 babies, is to get beat up on camera. That's worse than getting a life sentence to them. You heard me? They'll rather get a life sentence, go do life in prison, and get beat up on camera and on the internet. I'm telling you some good shit. I'm saying, regardless of you embarrass one on camera, they're gonna kill you, one of these youngsters.
Yeah, they hold that. They
So
put
this shit
a
fall
huge
into it.
importance on that.
Huh?
They put a huge importance on that, man, not getting embarrassed on camera and
Yeah.
things like that. You know what I mean?
That's why every time I step out the house, I be ready for that. Try me. Every time I do an interview, try me. That's gonna turn out bad. We gonna really go viral. We going up for real. We gonna go viral. We going world news viral. You try that shit with me. Try that shit with me. We going world news viral. I'm gonna make your ass famous for real. We gonna go viral.
That's crazy, man.